Right here, that's Caleb Bailey.
Yeah. All right, not the 11. I don't see a number.
Blue and 4.
There it is, 4. That's it. Sorry.
Hello. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick update. Hey, Jordan, your arch nemesis has arrived. Sounds like Rush is going to join the action. So, guys, we're going to give just a couple more minutes to allow another competitor to jump in. Here shortly, we're going to honor our country with the national anthem. So you riders on the line, you can chill, you can play for a minute, you can get out and practice. Have at it. I think I'll jump on the water and salute our flag from the stand-up paddleboard.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's the sun that keeps shining. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day.
Bring out the beast.
For generations, Yamaha has dominated the racing circuit across the world. Winning is our passion, speed is our tradition, and racing is built into Yamaha's DNA. In fact, when it comes to the top pros in racing, Yamaha is consistently their #1 choice. So, are you ready to race like a pro? With the 2018 Performance Race Series of Wave Runners, Yamaha continues their long-standing tradition of crafting top-of-the-line wave runners capable of blowing everyone else out of the water. Yamaha has become the only choice for serious racers and aspiring speedsters. For next-level thrills on the closed course, the Superjet offers an incredibly nimble mix of speed and control with a lightweight frame and responsive handling. This best-selling stand-up watercraft has beat out the competition time and time again. Your weekend goes by fast when you're on a VXR. This speed demon offers sleek style with a seat specifically designed for racing. An ultralight Nano XL hull and deck, the revolutionary ride handlebar system, and the speed of the 1.8-liter high-output Yamaha Marine engine. The GP 1800 is race ready, right out of the box, and a proven winner on and off the course. It's our most powerful wave runner with the supercharged Super Vortex high-output Yamaha Marine engine, including a 160mm high-pressure 8-vane pump, and the ultra-lightweight Nano XL2 hull and deck provide an optimal power-to-weight ratio. With a newly redesigned seat for maximum comfort and a state-of-the-art ride system, you'll feel practically glued to the water. No one else even comes close to challenging it. If you're ready to be part of an elite club of race-winning pros, it's time for you to join the Yamaha racing tradition. With the closed course conquering Superjet, VXR, and the GP 1800, you'll enjoy endless victories on the water.
Check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start our first moto, our amateur/legends combined class. But before we start today, if we can have everyone's attention to our flag, and if you could, gentlemen, remove your hats, pay attention for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes in bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right. Thank you very much for your attention, folks. We are ready to start. Our paddlers will try and line up in front of the two checkered buoys, keeping as close to possible. We'll blow the whistle, and they're taking off.
Paddlers on the line. You cannot be moving forward. You have to be on the line.
On the inside, on the number 4 board out of Booth, Pennsylvania, Mark Palladino. The number 15 boat, all the way from Truckee, California. Give it up for Michael Valenzuela.
Okay, paddlers, are you ready?
And they're off. Oh, Mark Palladino had a momentary slip, fell off the board. He is in our Legends class. I think he's doing this to let these guys get ahead. These are the amateurs. And all the way from Truckee, California, Mark Palladino got the inside. Outside of him, Jordan Waynett out of Utah. Like I said, these paddlers come from all over the country. Check it out as he hit the first corner. Jordan Waynett trying to jump in and draft Mark Palladino. Now these two battled in Reno. They're in different divisions. Jordan is an amateur, and out front, Mark is a legend. So you'll watch the younger Jordan Waynett. He likes to hang in there and try and do a sprint at the very end. We'll see how far. He's only about 3 feet behind him. And believe it or not, folks, by being directly behind him, Jordan is getting the effect of drafting, just like in NASCAR. And those two are leaving the rest of the field. Now you see Mark Palladino, our Legends class, 50 years old. He is putting the pedal to the metal out there. And the announcer's curse takes over. And he is sampling the taste of Lake Erie quite often for this being the first race. Well, you look over on the far side, pushing hard, Michael Valenzuela going to make the final turn, start coming back in. Now these riders come all the way around. You see the green buoy over here on the far side. That is a makeup buoy. If for some reason they miss a buoy, they have to go around that green buoy to make it up. Michael Valenzuela out of Truckee, California, on a tear. Jordan Waynett out of Utah, strong behind him. Now this is Jordan's only his second race weekend, and he is leading the national points already. So this is a strong young man. He's my co-announcer for the HYDROFLIGHT, and he's putting on an impressive showing right now, trying to stay up with Michael Valenzuela. Valenzuela making the turn. Now watch as they go inside. Jordan Waynett doing his best to keep up, but Valenzuela warmed up that muscle group. His core is ready to go, and he is attacking this course. Excuse me, we're getting some paperwork straight here. Valenzuela continues. Also out there, you know, we've got Caleb Bailey. He comes all the way from Hurricane, West Virginia, 24 years old. He is sponsored by Appalachian Board Company. App Bolo Athletics is what they're called. Boy, I'll tell you what, Michael Valenzuela, he is really pouring it on now. Jordan looks over, sees Valenzuela going. Valenzuela making the pivot turn. A difficult maneuver. I'll tell you what. Oh, as Jordan just finds out, trying to make his turn further back. Watch Valenzuela. Look at the cadence, the speed of his paddling. He's kept it consistent since the very beginning. Here it is, final right-hand turn. Oh, his nemesis. I'm telling you, that announcer's curse has taken hold in paddleboarding this morning. And here comes Jordan Waynett. Jordan making a strong move. He sees his competitor in the water, Valenzuela, just now getting up, and here comes Waynett. Now, these boats that are coming in and out, starting to rough up this water. A lot of these competitors are used to flat water races. We've got a few that have done whitewater racing. They will have an extreme advantage. Here he comes. Watch him as he paddles through. Michael Valenzuela. Here comes Wayant. Oh, Michael going up. Here comes Wayant. Wayant has an opportunity now. It's only 10 feet away. Root for your favorite. Here comes Jordan Wayant. Talk about making it count at the last second. How about a round of applause? Your Moto 1 winner, Jordan Wayant. As a little background, I put a little money on him in Reno at the casino. He failed me miserably, but in Moto number 1, he turns out victorious. Michael Valenzuela gonna make the turn. Hard pivot. Boy, look at the core strength of Valenzuela. I'll tell you what, you fall off into the water, it takes a lot to get back on this board. And look at the cadence he's keeping now. Even with that bobble, he's still going to finish a strong second place overall, and he will be first. No, he'll be second in the amateur division. All right. Well done, Jordan. Michael, strong move. Looking forward to seeing more of the same in Moto number 2. All right, coming up in third. I believe that might be Rush Bragg in that third spot. Throwing up one finger, but that's not his position. I hope he's just saying hello. Trying quite a different paddling approach. I'll tell you what, Bragg was one of our HYDROFLIGHT competitors. He's the winner overall during the day, top 3 during the night flight last night. Tell you what, really impressed that he's ready to come out here and give this SUP-CROSS a try. And I'll tell you what, third place for your first time out, not a bad position. Now behind Rush, Mark Palladino. Oh, Palladino putting on a push. I've got to stop saying that gentleman's name. The guy on the blue and orange board, every single time I say his name. Mark getting up there. That opens the door for Rush Bragg. Bragg pushing hard, trying to finish strong. You're doing great. Might do better if you turn that paddle around. Just kidding. You had it the right way. All right. And the horn sounds the end for Rush Bragg. We have a nameless competitor going to make it up here. I'll wait until he's past the checkers to... Pushing strong. I'll tell you what, I don't think anyone more than, I can say it now, Mark Palladino. I'll tell you what, that gentleman has tasted more of Lake Erie here than anybody else on the course so far today. And he will be first in the Legends class. All right. Still out on the course, Kayla Bailey. Jeff Hewlett. Jeff Hewlett making the turn here as he comes out towards our safety marshal. Drake Stanley on the jet ski out there with the safety board behind him. This will be Jeff's first race of SUP-CROSS. So he makes that pivot turn, headed back in. One more time to the wall. Jeff is out there on a beautiful red, white, and blue board. I believe that's an inflatable. All right, Jeff pushing strong, trying to finish this moto. He'll head around, make that green buoy, and head towards the checker. All right, are these athletes getting warmed up? I see Evan Young out there pushing hard with his black shirt, aqua trunks. Jeff, you got to go to the checkers. Well, Caleb Bailey pushing hard. He sees Jeff going down. He could pick up an easy position if he could push around before Jeff gets back on that board. Here comes Caleb Bailey out of Hurricane, West Virginia. He is an Bolo Athletic sponsored rider. He's got to hit that buoy and cross the checkers. Here goes Jeff. Jeff Hewlett getting back on the board. He's going to make a push for the checkers. Caleb Bailey has to remount. Here comes Jeff. Jeff going to stand for the last 20 meters. And here comes Caleb. Caleb going to finish strong, standing up, going to get a push. It's going to be side by side. Here goes Jeff. Caleb concentrating. Caleb pulling even. Caleb coming up. And Jeff Hewlett going to win by about a foot. Wow. So, I'm just going to say I do apologize. Our first race, we had some late entries. We didn't have all the paperwork. And, Chris, I do apologize for calling you Jeff. It's better than what I heard them tell you about earlier. Yeah, for those of you that are competing, Chris, Bragg, we need to get some numbers on your boat. If you'd go see Jen. Chris? That's it, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, we'll give you about 45 minutes to relax and rethink that position. All right, race number 2, SUP Pro-Am Women. On the inside, Brooke Young. And as I announce you, if you throw your paddle in the air so the people behind us, that's Brooke Young. Next to her, on the number 12, Christian Edie. Christian out of Silver Creek, New York. And I'm just guessed that maybe you're paddling for 2 right now. Very impressive. On the number 5 machine, or machine, pardon me. On the number 5 board, out of Fairview, Pennsylvania, riding the XTR, Jamie Haynes. And she is in our open class, riding with the amateurs. Thank you very much for joining in. And on the number 18 boat out of Northridge, Ohio, sponsored by NALU, SUP and Surf out of Rocky River, and Watershed Dry Bag, it's Edie Call. All right, a big round of applause for all our women. We're going to have you line up directly across from the checkers. You will hear the whistle and see the flag, and it's game on. Did we mention this might be a 14-lap event? Just kidding. And there they go. Brooke Young with an inside position on that blue board. Right next to her on the number 12, Christian Edie out of Silver Creek, New York. Edie paddling strong. On the outside, Edie Call out of Ohio. Edie Call, look at the acceleration on the whiteboard on the outside. Edie Call and Christian Edie side by side as they go to that first buoy. Now, in paddleboarding and SupCross, just like most racing, you want to get the start. I was talking with Edie earlier today. She says, you know, I'm good at this, but I haven't been practicing as much as I normally do, so my endurance might be a little down. My race strategy is get the start, get a little bit of a lead, and make them catch me. She's doing her best, but I'll tell you what, Christian Edie out of Silver Creek is just putting the paddle down. This first turn, the second turn, excuse me, is going to be critical. Watch and see how they make that pivot. Oh, a little blocking going on there. Christian Edie and her passenger trying to put Edie down. Isn't that interesting? Christian Edie and Edie Call. I see Brooke Young down in the water. That's going to open it up for Jamie Haynes. Boy, look at the battle. Oh! And Christian Edie goes down. Edie Call makes the pass. Watch the pivot turn. Edie Call. Pushing hard. And doubled up. Christian Edie back on her board. Now, folks, a lot of these paddlers are used to flat water. But as the boats go by far out there, it creates what we call waffle waves in here, where there's no set direction. It makes it very difficult for these paddlers to set up in advance for the wave action. Balance is critical out here with these kind of waves. All right, Edie Call out in front. Pushing hard. And right behind her, Christian Edie. We'll have to find out if Christian's decided on a name for her passenger. I just got informed. How appropriate, and can I just say darn cute this is? The baby's name is Ocean. It's a boy. Wow, look at Brooke Young starting to get into that endurance part of her training. She's pulling hard. She's starting to jump in there on Jamie Haynes, trying to get close enough to get the draft. Out in front, Edie Call starting to pull away a little bit from Christian Edie. Watch this turn. It's going to be critical. Edie Call knows she can't go down again because Christian Edie is right there, or down at all. Christian Edie is right there to take advantage. The closer they can get to the buoy, the less distance they have to go. And look at this. Christian Edie making a great turn. She picked up a board and a half length on Edie Call just there by making a nice tight turn. And look at this. Here comes Brooke Young and Jamie Haynes. They're starting to catch up to our first two. Endurance showing by our third and fourth place. Oh, and Edie Call goes down. Here comes Christian Edie. Christian Edie and Ocean making their move. Look at the cadence. That's the speed of her paddling. Christian Edie just wicking it up. Watch her. She makes this pivot turn. Edie Call trying to get as close as she can. We still have a few buoys to go. Oh! Ocean moving over, helping Christy. Helping Christian to keep her balance out there. She is accelerating like crazy. Jamie Haynes hit the water. She's in our Legends group on that XTR board. That allows Brooke Young a little bit of breathing room. And Brooke Young starting to pull up on our top two. Brooke Young been back in the pack for this whole race, and she's within one buoy of jumping it. Well, she'll be on the podium right now. Out in front, Christian Edie and Ocean make the turn. They're headed back to shore one more time. Folks, give us some applause. Let's cheer them on. Whoa, you can see Christian Edie just accelerating away. Edie Call trying to keep that board stable in this rough water conditions. Christian gonna make this turn. All right, let's hear it for her. Please be careful. All right, making the turn, shaking her head, said, "Are you kidding me? 20 feet from the finish. Here she comes. Oh, and back behind her, Edie Call trying to get up. Brooke Young going to try and make the pass. Oh, these two are going to battle to the end. Put your hands together. Our winners, Christian and Ocean Edie. Wow, what a job. I'll tell you. All right, the battle for second and third continuing. Edie Call, she was out front for 3/4 of the race, went down, had to get back up. That allowed Brooke Young to come in. Young going to try and cut inside. They're going to make the pivot turn. Call, can't quite get it. There's Young. It's going to be a side-by-side race. Who's going to be? Call out your favorite. Is it Brooke on the blue board? Is it Edie on the white board? They're side by side. It's going to be a paddle to the finish. Who's going to be stronger? Who's going to get that last paddle? There's inches between them. Oh, and Edie Call pulls it out. Brooke Young right there in the third spot. Coming up in fourth position. Boy, she's pulling up hard. Jamie Haynes out of Fairview. Wow, what a finish for her. How about a round of applause for all our SUP Pro-Am women competitors? Wowie, wow, wow. And Evan Young, he can't get enough of the taste of Lake Erie. He's out there paddling again. Man, I'm telling you, that was exciting. Did you guys enjoy that over there? All right. Well, this is just the second of 9 races we have today. Give us a few minutes. We'll turn on the music, and we'll be right back at you with our third race of the day.
Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, I hear there's a protest because there were 2 paddlers on the first floor to finish. My thought is they should ask for extra prize money, but
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
When this race is completed, you've had a chance to relax a little bit. If we can see you up in the outside. First one showed great speed. All these riders in their 30s.
Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. It's the sun keeps shining. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day.
And folks, just so you know, you see Evan adjusting what appears to be a fanny pack. That is actually a personal flotation device that's a lot less cumbersome to wear than a regular life jacket that would be up underneath their arms. So it's a safety device, and every paddler must have one. All right, our starter calling our competitors to the line, trying to get them lined up evenly. There they go. Strong off the start, Evan Young, Mark Cullen. Whoa, Mark getting a little caught up there. Kevin getting a little caught up with Mark. Kevin trying to get that early lead. Now remember, look at the speed. These guys are leaving a trail. You could water ski behind these guys. Wow, look at that. Mark Herman out of Columbus, Ohio. Putting a paddle to the water right behind him. Look at the drafting of Kevin Cullen with that green top on. Cullen just a foot off the back of Mark's board. Evan Young going to drop in behind him. Now the third paddler is getting the advantage of the draft from the two prior until they make that turn. And here they go. Boy, look at the speed of Mark Herman. Evan Young was telling me this morning that he was an incredible paddler. I think everyone in this division is an incredible paddler. Kevin Cullen staying right there. Look at how close those two are going. Watch this pivot turn. Mark going to hit that thing nice and tight. Won't allow Kevin to get in there. And there he goes. Kevin Cullen dips inside, and they're accelerating towards that outside buoy. This could be the spot where Cullen makes his move. Here comes Young. Evan Young making the turn. He's right there behind him. Mark making a pivot turn. He sets early. Kevin trying to sneak underneath him. Can't quite accomplish it. Mark and Kevin. Kevin trying to get side by side for this run back towards the wall. When they get close, folks, cheer them on. Look at the cadence. Now you can see Mark out front, shorter strokes. Kevin behind, longer, deeper strokes. Kevin changing sides more regularly to keep a straight projection on that thinner board. Mark digging deep, digging fast. Look at the speed of Mark Herman. Mark with the white top, the red shorts, he is on fire out there. He's led this thing since the very beginning. Kevin Cullen has been right behind him. Mark knows of Kevin's reputation. He does not want to give him any opportunity to get in front. Look at Mark make that turn. Kevin trying to sneak in there. Mark is strong and out front. Check the cadence. Mark Herman, he's getting 1.5 paddles to every 2 of Kevin, or every 1 of Kevin. I'm going to say it's a 5-to-3 ratio. All right, here comes they're going to make the turn back into the wall. Muscles are burning. The lungs are burning. Everything is telling you, let's stop. I'll just let him by. Mark is not going to let that happen. Mark Herman accelerating away from Kevin Cullen now. He's putting a hard push on now. Oh, we've seen everybody get caught up. The water's getting rough. Look at the boats. They're going to churn that up. That's going to become that's going to affect these paddlers as they make the final push for the checkered buoys. Harmon and Cullen going at it. Mark Harmon, look how close to the buoy. Oh, he left a little opening. Here comes Cullen. Cullen may be able to sneak underneath there. Look at Cullen. Look at the move that Cullen's making. Side by side. Who's going to have the endurance? Who's going to have the strength? Who's going to have the will? Herman, Cullen, Herman, Cullen. Look at them go side by side. Cheer on your favorite paddler. How's the turn going to go? Cullen going to be able to, oh, Cullen stays up and Herman goes down. Cullen saving Herman from a paddle in the head. Watch him make that turn. Cullen goes down. Folks, cheer him on. Who's it going to be? Oh, Cullen's back up before Herman. Mark Herman led this entire race. Here comes Cullen. There goes Herman. Cullen taking everything he's got for this last 15, 20 feet. Herman paddling twice as fast coming up behind him. And Cullen gets the win. Wow. Mark Herman pulling right behind him. Wow, these two, I'll tell you what, folks. I am seriously impressed. What a great job, both of our front-running paddlers. Now remember, they have 3 races like this, and we will total up their positions between all of them to get an overall winner. I could kind of hear Mark saying, yeah, I was gonna paddle away. I thought I'd make it a little close at the end. It was just a little too close. And Evan Young He loves the taste of the water here in Erie, I'll tell you. I've been watching him jump in there for a couple of days now. Evan, Evan, Evan. Let's cheer him on, folks. In a strong third position is Mark Harmon. Adds a little bit of fun to the fray. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. We're going to let our paddlers come in, get hydrated, have a short break, and we'll be back with round 2 of our motos. I want to welcome everyone on the World Wide Web to Erie, Pennsylvania. We're at round 2 of the 2018 National Tour. The SUP-CROSS second round is going crazy right now. We've had 3 races already, 6 more to go. Hope you're enjoying the show. We look forward to seeing you all day long. Our thanks go out to the Erie Sports Commission, the Sheraton, and all of our sponsors. Thank you so much for coming to join us. We'll see you throughout the day.
Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. It's a it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. The sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's the sun that keeps shining. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Look up.
For generations, Yamaha has dominated the racing circuit across the world. Winning is our passion. Speed is our tradition, and racing is built into Yamaha's DNA. In fact, when it comes to the top pros in racing, Yamaha is consistently their #1 choice. So, are you ready to race like a pro? With the 2018 Performance Race Series of Wave Runners, Yamaha continues their long-standing tradition of crafting top-of-the-line wave runners capable of blowing everyone else out of the water. Yamaha has become
All
the
right,
only
our
choice
competitors
for
getting
serious
lined up
racers
for moto
and
number
aspiring
2.
speedsters.
In the,
For next-level
combined
thrills
amateur
on the
legends
closed
class.
course, the Superjet offers an incredibly nimble mix of speed and control with a lightweight frame and responsive handling. This best-selling stand-up watercraft has beat out the competition time and time again. Your weekend goes by fast when you're on a VXR. This Speed Demon offers sleek style with a seat specifically designed for racing. An
guys, it's
ultralight
up again.
Nano
Back up to
XL
the
polar
tower with
deck,
my
the
homeboy
revolutionary
Kurt.
ride handlebar system,
Thanks
and the
again for
speed
coming out
of
to
the
support
1.8
SupXross.
liter high output
Round 2
Yamaha
of the U.S.
Marine.
Open and National Tour.
The GP
We pioneer the sport
1800
of
is
stand-up
race
paddleboarding
ready, right out of the
here
box,
in
and a
beautiful
proven winner
Erie,
on and off
Pennsylvania.
the course. It's
Hey
our
guys,
most
just a quick
powerful
update on the
wave
rules.
runner with the supercharged
So everybody on the
Super
line can listen
Vortex
to me
high
real
output
quick, and everybody
Yamaha
on
Marine,
standby between
including
motos.
160 millimeter high pressure.
Just a quick
8-vane
update on the
pump
rules.
And the ultra lightweight
First of
Nano
all, it's
XL2
safety first. We
hull and
understand
deck,
that. And
providing
two,
optimal
the
power to
conditions.
weight ratio
Whip up
with
in
a
a
newly
heartbeat,
redesigned
off the
seat
way.
for maximum comfort and a
Really
state-of-the-art ride
difficult to
system.
stay
You'll feel
standing on your board.
practically glued to the water.
So in our
No
rule
one
book,
else
it
even
says
comes
that if you
close
do
to challenging you.
have to fall and
If
remount
you're
your
ready
board,
to be part of an
you're allowed a
elite
minimal
club
amount of
of race-winning pros, it's
from a
time for you
kneeling
to join
position
the
or
Yamaha
seated
racing tradition. With the
before
closed
trying to
course
stand back
conquering
up as soon as
Superjet,
possible.
VXR,
So
and the
stand,
GP
try to stand back up
1800,
in about
you'll
3
enjoy
strokes.
endless
Give yourself a little bit of
victories
forward
on the
momentum,
water.
stability, and stand back up.
Paddlers, are you ready? Let the number 4 get up on the line a little bit more. Everybody stop their momentum. Paddlers, are you ready?
Here we go. All right. Whoa, on the number 15, Michael Valenzuela out of Truckee. It's deja vu all over again. He and Wayant going at it.
Yeah, it's looking better already over the first heat. It looks like these guys got their sea legs under them. Nothing like a good round 1 first moto in the chop to get your legs warmed up. Look at these guys. Are they going to set a record? All be standing into the first turn? We're not out of the woods yet. Let's see. Mike clearing that first buoy with Jordan hot on his tail, and Mark in the mix in the top 3. All right. Jordan took to the knees, and he's back up. Paddling the chop, but he's pushing through it. Nice. Okay, Mark is in. Around the top of the sweeper turn. And Rush is making a move on him, taking advantage while he's down. Rush being generous, not smacking him on the head with the paddle while he's down. Caleb close on the tail, making the turn clean. Caleb looks to pass Mark. Oh, and he's in. Don't worry, Chris is still bringing up the rear behind him. Mike still out front, took that buoy nice and sharp. And Jordan gets thrown off a little bit around that turn, and Mike had it clean. Nice battle for third between Rush and Mark. Caleb still looking to remount the board and regain his footing. Mark's back in the drink, they say.
And check, check. Check, check. It's there, but really not very loud. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check.
Caleb still staggered back there, looking
1,
to
2.
get his footing. Those forward strokes, we allow a couple forward strokes from the knees, just because, like riding a bicycle with 2 wheels, a little bit of forward momentum gives you a ton of stability. And that's the logics, too, of being able to ride a surfboard. When that wave catches the tail and pushes you forward, it actually stabilizes you, and the back tail braces you in that wave in such a way that you could ride a low-volume board that's suited maybe for like a 120-pound rider. But on a stand-up paddleboard, you need a little bit more volume underneath your feet. So a lot of these boards will be rated to be about a 200-pound beginner volume. I like to pack in boards that are 300-pound beginner limits to get everybody some good stability when they're first learning. But a lot of these guys on these racing boards, man, they are tippy and hard to handle in the chop. But Mike is making it look easy, coming off the back end of the straightaway. After the decision buoy, let's see which split he takes as Jordan is trying to close the gap.
Wow, well, we've got 2 mics going now, Evan. Thanks for taking over for that little bit. Looks exciting out there. I'll tell you what, Mike Valenzuela from Truckee, I'll tell you what, he came all the way from California. He didn't want to do it for nothing. Jordan Want took over at the final buoy over here, and Michael wants none of that for this second race. He got the start, and he is just continuing to pull away from Jordan Want and the rest of the field.
Absolutely, Kurt. It's good to have you back, and thanks for letting me grab a mic. You know I'm a talker, so shut me up any chance you get, man.
Okay, that's enough.
Nice.
Mark Palladino, I think if there's one competitor out here that loves the taste of Lake Erie more than you, it would be Mark.
Yeah, I like what you said yesterday. If I took any more samples, the government would try to hire me.
Yeah, well, we're still, the judge is still out on that. I think you may get a letter in the mail.
Speaking of the water here, man, it is absolutely gorgeous here in Erie. When I came up and scouted out the venue, I was super impressed by Dobbins Landing, all the hotels, great restaurants, and all the awesome people really make this place special.
I couldn't agree with you more. Everybody here in Erie has been absolutely fantastic. My wife and I come from Sacramento, California, and we consider it a nice little cow town for us. Erie, absolutely, like, you know, you're meeting best friends for the first time and all over again.
And Mike takes that double buoy. He's not going to make that same mistake twice. And he is claiming that lead. Jordan, on the other hand, had his cleanest orthodox pivot I'd seen so far, and now he's trying the goofy-footed pivot. very, very hard for especially an amateur or beginner paddler.
So, Evan, what you just experienced as Jordan hit the water is what's called the announcer's curse. All right, folks, put your hands together for your winner, Moto number 2, Michael Valenzuela, all the way from Truckee, California.
Man, those California boys can paddle.
Yes, we can.
Tell you, I think he could beat me in the Pro-Am division the way he's paddling easy.
Evan, you don't give yourself enough credit. I saw how you picked it up at the end of that last race. Here comes Jordan Wayment. Wayment.
What he's doing now is a sweep stroke. So he kept his feet in the neutral stance straight on the board, and it just takes a little bit more time, but it can be more stable. So he did that sweep stroke around, and he's coming on for the finish.
I think that's panic and exhaustion myself, but look at him dig deep.
Yeah.
Watch him pull through for the camera.
Yeah!
Stays
Nice.
on long enough to make it an official finish. You must be on the board to finish. You can't push your board across the line.
Maybe he can tie that into a freestyle competition later, straddling the side rail across the line.
I have the feeling there's a little bit of sleep in the in
Here
in
comes
Jordan's
Rush.
future.
I think Rush wants to challenge Jordan in Moto 3. He's gaining on him.
Well, these two have a history. I'm not going to say that Rush is wanted, but there's a reason he wears a mask all the time on television.
I was curious, but he's actually pretty handsome behind that thing.
I was going to say that, but I thought I'd let you.
Thanks.
Oh! Rush must have got a look in the mirror, admiring himself in those sunglasses as he makes the finish.
Yeah!
And a strong third. Oh!
Yeah!
Thank goodness for inflatable boards and large behinds.
You know, that was a great example. When you typically use inflatable in whitewater so that you can drop to the knees quick or can bang off the rocks without taking a ding. And it's, a lot more comfortable when you fall on an inflatable board.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rush started a domino effect. He went down, then went Mark Palladino and Chris.
Yeah.
Chris at the very end. I'll tell you what, Chris was telling us he was excited last night. He got into town early, had maybe one too many adult beverages, and started off his morning with ibuprofen and coffee.
Well, don't worry. The scallywag ship will turn back around, and he can get back on the barrel. He might turn green, though.
Matey.
Yar.
It'll be a terrible thing for him.
Oh, yeah. Mark is working hard. He's getting some of the backlash off the breaker wall there, and it's just causing all kinds of fits in that final turn.
Yeah, Mark Palladino out of Booth, Pennsylvania. And please let me know if I'm mispronouncing that. 50 years old. And look at him make the push.
Yeah, Mark.
Well, I'll tell you what, now that he's got that wave action coming at him, he's pushing strong and done.
Yeah.
All right. Stays on the board long enough for an official finish.
It was great, Mark.
I'm sorry. As we look out there, Chris is saying, do I have to go around that buoy? And he chooses not to.
I
He'll
lost
have
track.
to use the green Joker buoy over here, which is a makeup buoy in case you miss one. But gosh, he went most of the way to it.
You know, I got lost following him in the split, watching all the other action. So, hey, better to be safe than sorry. You could take the green buoy just to be sure. It is a little bit tight to the wall, so riders can opt to get down to their knees back there if the chop is a little heavy. Again, safety first, and if you're a fan watching from the sideline, you can reach down and grab that coconut so it doesn't crack the wall. You know, you can help us out there.
Actually, Chris, you kind of want to go around the green buoy. You actually have to go around it. Just throwing it out there. It'll help in your overall score. No laughing allowed.
Yeah.
He says,
what a
"Go
great
ahead."
spirit. Hey, that's a great representation for a paddler because, you know what, we're out here to have fun, and paddleboarding's as much thrill or chill as you make it to be, and you just can't be afraid to get wet. It doesn't hurt when you fall. It's a lot of fun.
There's no crying in paddleboarding.
Speaking of falling, my friend Caleb Bailey is really working hard on the back end of the course, and he is a great paddler. We practice flat water back home all the time, and that guy can go hours without getting wet. But it just goes to show when those boat wakes come out what kind of a chop it stirs up. And the other factor for Caleb is he drove overnight to get here, maybe just had a couple hours of sleep on the side of the road.
Wow.
And that lack of sleep really affects your equilibrium and your balance the next day.
Yeah, he's been up 24 hours. That's absolutely insane. I'm going to throw it out there, Evan. I think you saw this earlier. I'm not sure if that's just it or if it's not the announcer's curse, because every time you mention his name, he's in the water again.
Well, I'm starting to learn this announcer's curse. Hopefully I'm not cursed when I get back out on the course. And hey, we got a great show of sportsmanship from Mike coming back in and just being a good partner. And that's the paddling culture right there, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you see a brother or sister in need, go out and help them out, and that's what the Stoke is all about.
Is he bringing him an energy bar?
You know, he might throw him a line and help tow him back in.
Right.
You know, that's something we practice as well.
Well, if he starts the draft, he can pull him along that way as well.
You know, just a little bit of moral support goes a long way, and trust me, I know firsthand. It really helped me around the final turns when I heard the crowd cheering, and that was a lot of fun. So you guys, when you see Caleb coming around this back turn, make sure you show him a lot of love for driving clear up here to Erie and competing in the amateur division.
Yeah, I love the fact that you have morals.
Yes.
Here we go, Chris. Pushing through hard at the end here. And set the sundial. He finished.
Yes.
Caleb, I think Caleb's issue is the coloring of the buoys, and Mike's going to show him the way around it. And once again, I want to say that SUP-CROSS is a new sport. It's a different way of paddleboarding in competition. We feel it's one of the finest ways on the planet to see paddleboarding competition because you can do it all in front of you. Our paddlers are learning as they're doing it. This is the second round, and of course, this is Caleb's first time on this type of course here in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Absolutely. It's he mentioned, one of the key things is you can actually see the course because typically you'd go 6 miles in a straight line and out of sight from any spectators. But now you guys are all here seeing the action, and, when they fall off the board, it's just like a crash. But how many crashes can these guys handle? Showing some heart and will to get around the finish.
Well, I'm going to guess right now that Caleb has been on and off his board more than the rest of the competitors in our first set of races because he has had some real problems out here. Of course, when he was going out, there was a boat going by.
Another thing to note is Caleb's using one of my boards from Appalachian Boarding Company. It's more geared to flat water racing, meaning there's no rocker on it. It's pretty much straight across the bottom. Then you look at Mike's board out there, the nose curves up a little bit. That's the rocker, so it'll plane a little bit over the waves. And so it's a disadvantage to certain boards and certain environments, or it could be a great advantage depending on what you got.
I got to ask you, why'd you do that to poor Caleb after no sleep?
You know what? I just recently got blessed with an ambassador deal with 425 Pro, the Tahitian Warriors. Their name brand stands for Addicted to SUP. That's what we are, and they're going to be hooking us up with some coastal boards.
All right, let's bring him home. Caleb Bailey,
Caleb.
all the way from Hurricane, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Sponsored by that Appalachian Board Company, Apollo Athletics.
Yeah, Boko Athletics. He's bringing it in strong. Guys, I got to tell you, when I first started learning how to paddleboard, I fell a dozen times each time out, at least. And that's part of how I lost 80 pounds the last 4.5 years. It was just, man, that's the hardest part right there, and it is exhausting to get on and off that board.
Well, folks, let's have a round of applause. Finishing it out, Caleb Bailey.
All right, Caleb. I'm going to let Caleb have some of my chicken breast and sweet potatoes in the tent. Get some glycogen stores back up and ready for Moto 3 later.
Glycogen, is that a brand name out here?
Glycogen.
Glycogen.
Blood sugars, something like that?
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know, you say things that you think make sense, but you're not sure.
No, it's sensical. It's sensical. Being a non-diabetic, I don't pay much attention to that. Oh, new flagger, Jennifer Handler, throwing down. Here we go. Our Pro-Am women coming to the line, moto number 2.
Hey, ladies, as you're coming to the line, just to reiterate, it's just something that we're working on with the rules. Try to take just a couple strokes from the knees and pop right back up. But if it's dangerous at any point, pick safety over the standard. Please, that's our top standard, is your safety. SupCross Racing supports the safety standards of the American Canoe Association, which has been the gold standard in paddle sports since 1880.
All right, our competitors. 4 boards, 5 competitors.
Paddlers on the line.
All right, our women lining up.
They want to wait on the wake really quick, I think. We'll wait for the wake, but it's going to bounce behind you here in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that means it's going to push them out.
Let's
Surf it out.
Let's make these 3 right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a very awkward diagonal wake coming in from one of these big boats, so we're just letting that push through for a minute. Rider safety is our first priority, like we mentioned. Plus, we want to look as good as Jay Wild and the Tahoe Waterman crew out on the glass in Reno. It was just super flat and sparks, but we love the diversity and the dynamic here on Lake Erie, just stirring up the chop, making it more fun for those
Yeah,
whitewaters.
I could see the enthusiasm on Brooke's face. Ocean's having a ball out there. That's just a natural rhythm for him.
For those of you just joining us, Ocean is joining Christian Eady on the number 12 board. They're riding tandem. We'll let you guys figure that out.
When's Ocean coming out to play?
Let's give you ladies
Hopefully not today.
Let's do a 15-second warning. Riders, get ready. Jason's got the call. You're good.
And they're off again. Christian Eady. She's got a little voice inside telling her, I want the start. She and Brooke Young going at it again. These two taking off. Oh, look at this. Super strong Eady Call out of Northridge on the white board with the orange top out there, making a strong bid on the outside. Look out, Brooke Young. Eady Call is coming with a vengeance.
Yeah, and look at the stroke technique going into that first turn. Christian Eady has that very short, high cadence kind of whitewater stroke, but very effective in this condition.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I saw the same thing on the flat water in Reno. That short cadence of Jay Wild, man, I'll tell you, you can see that board jump forward. Look at the wave action. This is going to be interesting.
The chop is coming, ladies. Brace yourself.
I wonder if Christian can make the turn, if she can surf that thing to the next one.
You know, she's trying to race that wake to the buoy.
Yes,
Let's see who gets there first. With
Eady
right
Call
behind her.
too. Eady trying to get outside. I know she wants to set up and get in the draft of Christian. Here she goes. Christian digging deep. Long strokes. Oh, and she falls off the board. And there's Chris
I
again.
felt like that was the same place she fell in the first race and had to come back on Edie for the win.
Ocean wanted to cool down. That's my statement, and I'm sticking to it.
Gives Brooke Young an opportunity to catch up, and she's closing the ground, taking that advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, Edie Call taking the lead. Edie in the orange top, the white board. Christian in the yellow board. On the blue board, Brooke Young. Bruce Young is a longtime friend of mine. Sorry, folks. And Jamie Haynes out of Fairview, Pennsylvania, wrapping up the field. She is back there with the red board and red top.
And Jamie's actually registered for the amateur division, showing some great heart jumping in with the Pro-Am women. So that's the cool thing about the Pro-Am class, that they can combine. But she's actually using a more stable but shorter board, so she sacrifices speed for stability.
Well, wow, you can sure see the difference. And if you look at the cadence difference, once again, check out Edie Call out front, and then look at Christian Edie right behind her. See, Christian Edie likes that shorter board stroke, the higher cadence. Edie Call likes that longer, deeper stroke.
Look at the action on the pivot over there. Looks great. Nice wide stroke.
I'll tell you what, Edie Call is getting that pivot down. Christian's had it since the very beginning. I think that whitewater experience she has and avoiding obstacles in the whitewater has really benefited her for some tight turns, as it did Kevin Cullen earlier on.
Yeah, what a great family, and they represent the paddling culture so well. They've got great spirits and just a great representation of the sport, and you guys they're here close by in Sunset Bay, and I'm sure Erie would like to see them come down for more events and spread the stoke down here.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, SUP-CROSS sweeping the nation. And look at the cadence of these paddlers. Okay, 3/4 through. They're getting really tired now. I mean, the muscles are burning, and they're just pushing on like marathon runners. And Edie Call, look at the cadence that she is keeping up. Edie Call will not be denied. Christian Edie was out front. Those two battled. And right there in moto number 1 is where Christian made the move. And look at this, Edie Call getting pushed to the wall. Christian going to cut tight again. Deja vu all over again. Edie Call, he's got to put the paddle in the water. Got to try and accelerate away because Christian, Edie, and Ocean are right behind her.
And Brooke is over there using a cross bow rudder and putting it back to a sweep stroke to keep stability in the turn and really keeping herself in the game as well.
Just like the moto before, Brooke Young taking the endurance portion of it and starting to pull up on our leaders. Look out, Edie Call, Christian Edie. Brooke Young is on fire right behind you.
We see Jamie getting that buoy off the back end of the straightaway. She's using a brace with a reverse sweep. That's also an emergency stop. So that's good. That turned her momentum really quick and got her right around that back buoy in a really effective manner.
Wow, Christian Edie having a little issue there. She wants to make that turn. Edie Call out in front. These two battle in moto number 1 and moto number 2, more of the same. And here comes Brooke Young. Brooke Young has really started to pull it in. I am not going to say that she can't make it. Brooke Young gets the announcer's card. I know. I'll stop saying her name. Meanwhile, Edie Call and Christian Edie, these two have battled.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I would not want to get between these two on shore. These two have been battling all the way through in every moto. Edie Call out front, wants a tight turn. Getting a little,
rudder.
Oh, Christian able to get underneath her.
Taking the pivot on the inside.
Just like the last time. Christian and Ocean making a move. Oh, and Ocean needed a little break. Look how quickly Christian gets on this board. It's absolutely ridiculous. Edie Call, it's deja vu all over again, side by side. Edie's got to get her paddle. There goes Christian. Christian digging deep, trying to get harder, and there goes that up-tempo cadence. Watch Christian as she pushes hard with that up-tempo cadence. Edie Call doing everything she can. She's got position.
She does
Here
have the
comes
inside
Edie.
lane.
Look at the drive. Edie Call's got that board in there just enough. Christian going to try and make a turn, but Edie is right there behind her. Oh,
Hard, turn hard. Go, go, go.
This is it, folks. Let's cheer them on
Forward
to the finish.
stroke. Oh, go, go.
Got to be on that board. Here comes Edie
You
Call
got a wave
behind her.
behind you.
Here comes
You
Christy.
got some chop. Go.
Let's go, Ocean. Ocean.
All the way through.
2 more kicks. And
Oh.
winner, Christian, Edie, and Ocean once again. Edie Call's looking over. She's like, you got extra help. What's going on?
Wow. What a matchup.
And Brooke Young making the turn. Brooke going to finish up strong in that 3rd position.
Hey, Jamie
Wow.
still has a chance if Brooke gets a little bit too gnarly in the chop here. Not out of the woods yet. That's the cool thing about SUP-CROSS. It's always a chance for a comeback.
I should say she, whose name shall not be mentioned till she finishes. Now, Brooke Young.
All right.
Jamie
Here comes another
Hayes.
wave. Fantastic. Jamie is doing great on that board. That is unbelievable that she is hanging with these guys. And watch her ride this
Yeah,
big wave.
right. I know.
Yeah,
She's
gnarly.
gonna surf it. Wow.
Beautiful
All right.
work, ladies.
Big round of applause for all of our women competitors.
And let's give it up for our announcer, Evan. He's going to go paddle.
Let's give it up for
Just
our
kidding.
announcer, who we shall not mention.
Oh.
Until he
announcer's
crosses
curse.
the finish line. Yeah, check out the wave action back here. Oh, this next moto going to be exciting as the boat waves are picking up on in the bay here. Everybody having fun still? All right, thank you. We are having.
It's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's the sun that keeps shining. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's the sun that keeps shining. It's a beautiful
For generations, Yamaha has dominated the racing circuit across the world. Winning is our passion. Speed is our tradition, and racing is built into Yamaha's DNA. In fact, when it comes to the top pros in racing, Yamaha is consistently their #1 choice. So, are you ready to race like a pro? With the 2018 Performance Race Series of Wave Runners, Yamaha continues their long-standing tradition of crafting top-of-the-line wave runners capable of blowing everyone else out of the water. Yamaha has become the only choice for serious racers and aspiring speedsters. For next-level thrills on the closed course, the Superjet offers an incredibly nimble mix of speed and control with a lightweight frame and responsive handling. This best-selling stand-up watercraft has beat out the competition time and time again. Your weekend goes by fast when you're on a VXR. This Speed Demon offers sleek style with a seat specifically designed for racing. An ultralight Nano XL hull and deck, the revolutionary ride handlebar system, and the speed of the 1.8-liter high-output Yamaha Marine engine. The GP 1800 is race ready, right out of the box and a proven winner on and off the course. It's our most powerful wave runner with the supercharged Super Vortex high-output Yamaha Marine engine, including a 160mm high-pressure 8-vane pump, and the ultra-lightweight Nano XL2 hull and deck provide an optimal power-to-weight ratio. With a newly redesigned seat for maximum comfort and a state-of-the-art ride system, you'll feel practically glued to the water. No one else even comes close to challenging it. If you're ready to be part of an elite club of race-winning pros, it's time for you to join the Yamaha racing tradition. With the closed course conquering Superjet, VXR, and the GP 1800, you'll enjoy endless victories on the water.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. It's the sun keeps shining. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day.
Bring out the beast.
For generations, Yamaha has dominated the racing circuit across the world. Winning is our passion, speed is our tradition, and racing is built into Yamaha's DNA. In fact, when it comes to the top pros in racing, Yamaha is consistently their #1 choice. So, are you ready to race like a pro? With the 2018 Performance Race Series of Wave Runners, Yamaha continues their long-standing tradition of crafting top-of-the-line wave runners capable of blowing everyone else out of the water, Yamaha has become the only choice for serious racers and aspiring speedsters. For next-level thrills on the closed course, the Superjet offers an incredibly nimble mix of speed and control with a lightweight frame and responsive handling. This best-selling stand-up watercraft has beat out the competition time and time again. Your weekend goes by fast when you're on a VXR. This speed demon offers sleek style with a seat specifically designed for racing. An ultralight Nano XL hull and deck, the revolutionary ride handlebar system, and the speed of the 1.8-liter high-output Yamaha Marine engine. The GP 1800 is race ready, right out of the box and a proven winner on and off the course. It's our most powerful wave runner with the supercharged Super Vortex high output Yamaha Marine engine, including a 160mm high pressure 8-vane pump, and the ultra lightweight Nano XL2 hull and deck provide an optimal power to weight ratio. With a newly redesigned seat for maximum comfort and the state-of-the-art ride system, you'll feel practically glued to the water. No one else even comes close to challenging it. If you're ready to be part of an elite club of race-winning pros, it's time for you to join the Yamaha racing tradition. With the closed course conquering Superjet, VXR, and the GP 1800, you'll enjoy endless victories on the water.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. It's the sun that keeps shining. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day.
Bring out the beast. For generations, Yamaha has dominated the racing circuit across the world. Winning is our passion. Speed is our tradition, and racing is built into Yamaha's DNA. In fact, when it comes to the top pros in racing, Yamaha is consistently their #1 choice. So, are you ready to race like a pro? With the 2018 Performance Race Series of Wave Runners, Yamaha continues their long-standing tradition of crafting top-of-the-line wave runners capable of blowing everyone else out of the water. Yamaha has become the only choice for serious racers and aspiring speedsters. For next-level thrills on the closed course, the Superjet offers an incredible incredibly nimble mix of speed and control with a lightweight frame and responsive handling. This best-selling stand-up watercraft has beat out the competition time and time again. Your weekend goes by fast when you're on a VXR. This Speed Demon offers sleek style with a seat specifically designed for racing. An ultralight Nano XL hull and deck, the revolutionary ride handlebar system, and the speed of the 1.8-liter high-output Yamaha Marine engine. The GP 1800 is race ready, right out of the box and a proven winner on and off the course. It's our most powerful wave runner with the supercharged Super Vortex high-output Yamaha Marine engine, including a 160mm high-pressure 8-vane pump, and the ultra-lightweight Nano XL2 hull and deck provide an optimal power-to-weight ratio. With a newly redesigned seat for maximum comfort and the state-of-the-art ride system, you'll feel practically glued to the water. No one else even comes close to challenging it. If you're ready to be part of an elite club of race-winning pros, it's time for you to join the Yamaha racing tradition. With the closed course conquering Superjet, VXR, and the GP 1800, you'll enjoy endless victories on the water.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. It's the sun that keeps shining. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day.
Bring out the beast.
For generations, Yamaha has dominated the racing circuit across the world. Winning is our passion, speed is our tradition, and racing is built into Yamaha's DNA. In fact, when it comes to the top pros in racing, Yamaha is consistently their #1 choice. So, are you ready to race like a pro? With the 2018 Performance Race Series of Wave Runners, Yamaha continues their long-standing tradition of crafting top-of-the-line wave runners capable of blowing everyone else out of the water. Yamaha has become the only choice for serious racers and aspiring speedsters. For next-level thrills on the closed course, the Superjet offers an incredible incredibly nimble mix of speed and control with a lightweight frame and responsive handling. This best-selling stand-up watercraft has beat out the competition time and time again. Your weekend goes by fast when you're on a VXR. This Speed Demon offers sleek style with a seat specifically designed for racing. An ultralight Nano XL hull and deck, the revolutionary ride handlebar system, and the speed of the 1.8-liter high-output Yamaha Marine engine. The GP 1800 is race ready, right out of the box and a proven winner on and off the course. It's our most powerful wave runner with the supercharged Super Vortex high-output Yamaha Marine engine, including a 160mm high-pressure 8-vane pump, and the ultra-lightweight Nano XL2 hull and deck provide an optimal power-to-weight ratio, with a newly redesigned seat for maximum comfort and the state-of-the-art ride system.
And off they go. Mark Herman, Kevin Cullen, Evan Young going at it. 1, 2, 3. Look at Kevin Cullen. He's setting up already. He wants to get right behind Mark Herman. He's going to let Mark break the water for him as he drafts. Boy, it worked for him last time. Evan Young switching up paddles. Now, Evan is in the heavyweight division. Our other two paddlers in the light heavyweight division. That means, well, they're way less than Evan. Check them out as they go out. Boy, I'll tell you what, Mark Herman knows how to start. That guy is just ballistic off the start. Herman's trying to accelerate away from Kevin Cullen while he can. They're using about the same cadence right now, although if you look at Kevin Cullen, a little further forward on the board, I think he's short-stroking it now, trying to get some acceleration, get right up behind Mark for that yellow pivot turn coming up. Evan Young down, sampling Lake Erie's water yet again. And no kidding, he said it tastes great. Look at the turn. Mark Herman staying out front. Kevin Cullen right behind him. These two, I think if we could hook a rope up behind these two, we could pull an ocean liner. These guys can paddle. Herman getting to that turn buoy first. Cutting tight. Watch as he digs in deep. Makes that pivot turn. Kevin Cullen coming up behind. And I'm going to say it. Kevin Cullen, his pace slowed down significantly there. Watch as he starts to get a breath and pull up for him. All right, I love this. Mobile fan base. We have one of our paddlers out there to cheer them on as they get near the end. Mark Harmon. Yeah, he says, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. No interfering. Oh, here they come. Mark Harmon and Kevin Cullen with boat wakes, making this, so much easier for them. Look at them side by side charging towards the inside of the course. Where are they going? Which split they going to do? Mark Herman just putting the pedal down right now. I'll tell you what, up against the wall, we might see some fish floating because he is boiling the water at the pace he's got. Look at Kevin Cullen coming up strong behind him. Folks, as these two paddlers come in, let's give them a little bit of encouragement. They could use it. They have got to be dog tired right now. Look at Cullen making the turn right there and the push. Oh, Kevin Cullen getting out front. Mark Herman got to get on that board. Oh, there's adrenaline going. Herman cooled down. Here comes Kevin Cullen. Cullen making the turn. He's out front. He just needs to keep that board upright. Cullen digging deep. Christian and Ocean down here yelling for Kevin, trying to keep that pace up. Kevin Cullen wants this Moto 2 win. Mark Harmon got to make that turn. He's looking for a mistake by Cullen. Hasn't happened yet. Here comes Cullen. All right, let's hear it for him, folks. Kevin Cullen just needs to stay upright a few more strokes. And the Moto win goes to Kevin Cullen from Silver Creek, New York. Well done, Kevin. Oh. I'm not sure I understood. I think he said he wanted to do another lap. Is that the? Ah, he's saying, yeah, one more lap. Let's get it over with right now. I'll tell you. A round of applause, Mark Herman out of Columbus, Ohio, finishing strong. Wow. I'll tell you what, Mark's got that I'm going to get the start attitude, and he certainly has. But, boy, 3/4 of the way through, Kevin Cullen just was on fire out there. You may find fried fish over in the wall there. Evan Young trying out that different board, struggling just a little bit with it, I believe, and in that rougher water. Watch as they come around. Whoa, Evan! Evan doing the wide sweep turn. A little bit more stable there in these rough water conditions, using a sweep turn instead of a pivot turn. That's throwing the paddle further out away from the board so you can triangulate, get a little bit more even pressure on the board. Did I inadvertently say Evan Young's name? He hit that eject button like crazy. Evan, how's the water? Really good, he says. I'm telling you, to keep getting back up and finishing the lap here, absolutely. Full on. And look at this. Mark Herman, his buddy's coming over, says, come on, I'll finish the race with you. Very common in paddleboarding to have the winner circle back around and finish with the rest of the crew. How about a big round of applause for Evan and Mark as they come around to finish. I shouldn't have said his name. He just gets so nervous when I say his name. Brooke, has he always been that shy? Evan going over, talking to the crowd. This is really fun. No, I'm not tired at all. Why do you ask? Evan Young, sponsored by Bolo. Mark Herman, gonna make it challenging for the one who shall not be named until he crosses the finish line. On the number 3 board, Evan Young, finishing strong. Wow. Mad props to you, Mark and Kevin as well. You guys are paddling hard enough to pull an ocean liner, I'll tell you what. Woo! Evan, be nimble. Evan, be quick. You need a bigger paddle on the end of his stick. Aha, okay, so get a little inside. That's Evan's river racing board. Entirely unstable in these kind of conditions. And, wow, I think you ought to switch to the other one, huh? For the third and most gruesome moto. And Jordan's going to borrow it now. All right. All right, well, our amateur and legends will be coming up next. That is our third and final moto in that class. And once we're done with all of the third motos, we will have an award ceremony down underneath the Tower of Power here, and we invite everyone to come on over. The scallywag, she be coming back just in time for another race. Jordan Wayant, this is your theme song. I love Erie. Ow! All right. Moto number 3, the third and most gruesome moto. These athletes are tired. Their muscles are burning already. All right, I am speaking for myself. Little tickle torture there from Rush Bragg. So in our combined amateur legends class, right now, we've got a tie for first place from with Michael Valenzuela. Michael, if you throw your paddle in the air for us. He is tied in first position with Jordan Wayment. Jordan, if you throw your paddle in the air for us. So they have both finished first and second in the within the two motos. So points will be combined at the end of this moto. Rush Bragg has 2/3. He's right there for a podium. Christopher Egan, double fours. He's close, just one out. And Caleb Bailey in the 2 5th positions. He's gonna have to accelerate from everybody. I see there's a change of boards here for Caleb. He's using maybe a more buoyant paddle board. Let's see how that works out for him at the start. Paddlers, are we ready? Line them up. That's not from us. Hang on there, Bragg. Here they go. And Valenzuela taking the start immediately. Right there with them is Jordan Wayment and Mark Palladino. Yeah, the man from California, 50 years old, Michael Valenzuela, taking the start. Oh, look at this. Jordan Wayment trying to get in there, but he's blocked by Mark Palladino. Mark Palladino making a move on Michael Valenzuela. Look at this. Now, Michael Valenzuela came all the way from Truckee, California, so he does get the distance award coming to Erie. Wow. Look at how quickly exhaustion is setting in for these paddlers. Honest to goodness, in the first moto, you'd see a weight coming off them. Valenzuela makes the turn, and he's picking up the pace. Valenzuela wants to get way out in front where Wayment can't get with him. Folks, whichever of those two finish first at this point will win the race. Yeah, we got Christopher Egan checking out Erie's water. He and Caleb Bailey, those two conserving their energy to get by that first buoy to the second buoy. And Chris is up. There's Bailey. He's up. And watch them as they compete. Valenzuela makes a turn, but here comes Jordan Wayment. Wayment really moving up. Valenzuela had a big lead. All of a sudden, Jordan Wayment got right in there. As I say it, Valenzuela hitting that hard. The cadence of Valenzuela is almost unstoppable. We look and see Mark Palladino in the water. Remember, Palladino, he's out of Butler, Pennsylvania. And here comes Rush Bragg. Now, Bragg has had 2 third-place positions. He'd like to stay ahead of Mark Palladino if he can, but Palladino's up and making the turn. Bragg going to try and cut underneath him. He does cut underneath him. Try and make that turn. As he makes the turn, Valenzuela is coming by in the inner, and Jordan Wayment stuck at the buoy. I wonder if he let out the anchor. Look at Valenzuela. Look at the strength and the conditioning of this man, 50 years old. And he is just flat kicking tail on the 34-year-old Jordan Wayment in the third and most gruesome moto. And in all fairness to Jordan Wayment, he's just picked up the sport, hasn't had any time to do practice since he came off of his hard charge in Reno. But Mike Valenzuela has this in hand. We'll see what happens. This is when it starts to get brutally tiring. Valenzuela digging in hard. He's staying on the right side of that board a lot, just the occasional left paddle to keep it straight. Jordan Wayman, if he's going to have an option, now's the time. He's got to make a good cut here and start reeling in Michael Valenzuela if he wants to have any opportunity for the overall. Oh, man, out in the back of the field, Caleb Bailey. Is Christopher Egan starting to leave Bailey now? Egan down on his knees trying to get up again. Bailey off the board. He'll get up. Here comes Valenzuela. Valenzuela just making it happen, folks. Jordan Wayman. Going to try the other course, see if that'll work for him. Wise decision at this point. Watch what happens. Oh, Michael Valenzuela makes that turn, stays on the board. He's got a cadence going on. Folks, cheer these two on. Jordan Wayman way back there now. Here goes Michael Valenzuela. Michael Valenzuela all the way from Truckee, California. That is about 15 miles from Lake Tahoe, a beautiful part of California. And Michael sure representing the state well. He's making the turn. 4 more board lengths, and he's going to be our overall winner. Here comes Valenzuela. Got to stay on that board. A few more. And folks, put your hands together. Michael Valenzuela, our overall winner, all the way from Truckee, California. Wow, if you're going to come that far, it makes sense to put out maximum effort. And Michael Valenzuela just destroyed the competition in this third and most gruesome moto. Wow, look at this. Jordan Wayman coming in absolutely exhausted. What a great job for him. A new paddler, and I'll tell you what, the effort that this young man put out, absolutely spectacular. Folks, give him some encouragement as he makes the turn out there. And we got Mike's watching him, wait, say, come on, guy, I don't want to wait here all day for you. Yes, he is. Oh, Michael Valenzuela, huge smile on his face. Well-earned win. And watch as Jordan Wayman comes across. Jordan got to be up on his feet there. All right, here he goes. 2 more board lengths. Jordan, be nimble. Jordan, be quick. Finish this race. You're not such a bad competitor after all. Oh, yeah, it's a family affair. Jordan Wayman, congratulations. Third spot, Rush Bragg. Wow, I'll tell you what, he's been quietly back there in third, but boy, he has not given up at all. Kudos to Rush Bragg. Jumping out here on the board first time with these guys. And I'll tell you what, this is a sport he ought to consider. You're finishing third in your first race. You're doing well. Rush Bragg going to come across. Loud applause for him in that third position. Rush will get third overall. Not bad for his first SUP-CROSS race. Jordan Wayman, second overall. He'll be leading the points, I believe. Of course, everything I say from here is officially unofficial. We'll check those points on the pit board a little bit later. Drake Stanley working his tail off out there. Thank you, Drake. Making sure there's no sharks on the course. And Mark Palladino making the turn. Here we go. Mark Palladino will bring it home. Folks, as Mark gets to the wall, let's encourage him all the way to the checkered flag. Here they come. Mark Palladino going to make the turn here. You notice our winner, Mike Valenzuela, going out there to bring home our final two competitors. Kayla Bailey on the red, white, and blue board out mid-course with the white T-shirt on. And Christopher Egan out of Tecumseh, Canada, following right there along the wall. Wow, kudos to these paddlers for their third and most gruesome moto. Mark Palladino coming through. Here we go, Mark. 4 more board lengths and you got it. He's got that cadence up, and he is finishing strong. Mark Palladino out of Butler, Pennsylvania. Mark. And he will be our legend winner. Well done, Mark Palladino. All right, our final two competitors. Looking for Kayla Bailey and Christopher Egan across the finish line. Kayla Bailey out there on the white, red, and blue board with the white T-shirt on as he makes his way into the turn buoy. You see our winner, Mark Valenzuela, over there. Mark. That is Mark Palladino down beneath you, Jason. Mark, if you'd look up, we got the photographers up here. There you go. The one with the lens. That's the guy. Christopher Egan, are you going to come through the checker? I think he's waiting for Kayla Bailey to come through. All right, no, Kayla Bailey going to finish it up. Christopher Egan almost all the way through. Oh, interesting bit of information here. At the end of all of our Moto 3s, we're going to have what's called a paddle royale, meaning that all the competitors together are going to go around the course once, all combined classes, while the judges tally up all of our points. And folks, put your hands together for Kayla Bailey out of Hurricane, West Virginia. No quitting that young man.
Guys, I got to say I'm super stoked and proud of my buddy Kayla Bailey. coming all the way up here from our hometown of Hurricane in West Virginia. I just got to let you guys know we're spreading the stoke for stand-up paddleboarding in our state of West Virginia with the mission of helping our state regain balance both on and off the board. There's a lot of struggles we all face in our own states, you know, but we're just trying to help spread the positivity and love of paddle sports to help people that need to regain balance in their lives a little bit. So stoked for Caleb. He's my bro and is always helping me out back home. So guys, give it up for Caleb Bailey again, driving overnight to get here. He's been up for 24 hours and it throws off the equilibrium, but he stood strong. As these ladies are coming up to the line, we've had a great battle going on all day for that first spot between Christian Edie and Edie Call. Edie Call represents the Cleveland area. Christian Edie grew up close to Buffalo, New York. So they're meeting in the middle on their home turf, Lake Erie. What a great battle, and they're showing that they know these waters.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's look at the points here. Christian Edie has a 1 and a 1. That's 2 points total. Remember, the lower the point total, the better for the overall win. Edie Cole has 2 seconds, so that's 2 and 2. That's 4 points. Brooke Young, a 2 and a 3 there, different class, so 5 points. Right.
Sneak forward on the line.
And it's an official start. There goes Ocean. Ocean taking off with Christian Edie in tow. For those of you who are just seeing this from the backside, Christian's carrying a passenger with her. She's on that yellow number 12 board. And look at the drive. Edie Call will not be headed this time. She wants to get out front. That is her tactic. Get out front and let everybody else chase her. Edie going to make that turn. Edie Call going to get what we would call the hole shot first to the first buoy. Right there with her. Christian Edie and Ocean, Brooke Young, dropping in that third position, trying to accelerate away from Jamie Haynes. Haynes on that white and pink board, right behind Brooke Young in the third position.
Jamie actually switched up boards for this third one. We were trying to get her one a little bit longer, give her a little bit more glide, and she's representing strong for the amateur class, hanging real tight with the pros.
Look at all 4 of our competitors right in a line. This is the closest race we've had all day. Edie Call out front. Edie going to push hard. Now, if Edie wants the overall, she's got to hope Brooke Young will finish in front of Christian. If they did, if that were the outcome at the end of this race, they would be tied on points. But because Edie finished ahead of her in this third and most important moto, she would win the overall, even though the points would be tied.
Right.
Anyway, that's a lot of conjecture early on in this race. Edie Call's there, but look at the stroke cadence that Christian's bringing on now. She is pulling up on Edie like crazy, and Brooke Young digging deep. Now, Brooke's using a much longer, deeper stroke, trying to accelerate through. Here comes Christian making that tight turn on Edie Call again. Boy, we've seen this over and over all day today. These two women side by side battling to the next buoy.
Oh, Brooke just fell down on Jamie's board and he braced herself. So we'll have to see if Brooke can catch back up to her.
Well, I'll tell you what, the one thing that Brooke has had every single race is she's got strength at the end of the race. Her endurance is incredible for someone who's not out there paddling every single day. Watch the turn. Christian got Edie there. Edie going to try and make that little bit of a sweep turn. She does more of a pivot, actually.
I am super impressed with Jamie hanging with these top group of pro females. She is really doing great on a shorter board with good stability. And look at her maneuver that buoy. That is incredible. I'd like to see her in the Pro-Am class here next year.
I'm thinking somebody's getting bumped, you know. Now, usually if you win a combined class like this and other forms of this type of water sport, that automatically bumps you up. And they won't let you win too many of them before they're like, nah, you need to get with
Now, Edie Call is in her element with a little bit of flat water. That's her specialty. So Edie Call, representing for Cleveland, Rocky River Paddling Group, she is trying to catch the tail of Christian Edie, but we'll see how it goes in the turns. That's Christian's sweet spot.
Yeah, well, she's not trying to. She's done it. But the corners are where Christian has excelled, and Edie has had to battle a longer distance. You multiply that by the number of buoys, and she's actually going further than Christian is in the entire race course. And, boy, in this third and final moto, it's got to hurt. Christian doing a side sweep, and here comes Edie.
She did a little reverse sweep to point her nose back in that straight direction. So it's a difficult thing to keep forward momentum all the time. You want to have forward strokes the whole time. And Christian goes down to her knees, giving Edie an opportunity.
Edie taking it, too. Look at Edie Call. Look at the cadence of Call now. She is pulling up on Christian. This might be the moto that she is able to make that pass. Well, generally, no, it's up to the competitors, but my thought would be for you to be down there and yell, or you can yell at her with this. I'll show you.
Hey, I'll let her.
All right, Christian out front. It happened. Christian Edie doing the job here, but she missed a buoy. She went on the wrong side, so Christian going to have to take that green joker buoy to make up for that missed buoy 2 buoys ago. I hope she hears us.
That could be just the window that Edie Call needs to catch up to her. Christian's working hard getting her and Ocean back up on the board. And Christian, if you can hear us, be careful in that hot corner. That green buoy, if the breaker's hitting, we don't want you to slam against that wall. Play it safe for you and Ocean.
I hear what you're saying, and I can feel her from here saying, just stop. All right, look at this. Edie Call does not have to take that green buoy. If she can step up her paddling, she may be able to finish in front of Christian Edie. Christian going to the joker buoy and still paddling strong. Look at her. Every last bit of strength, she's using it to make the turn.
And here
Folks,
comes the wake.
encourage these women.
And here comes the wake, rolling in sideways on Edie, making it difficult for her. And Christian is just plowing right through it, showing that whitewater skill. Edie, don't give up. Anything can happen.
And the third moto win for Christian Edie out of Silver Creek, New York. What a wonderful job. Right behind her, Edie Call. Wow, no shame there. These 2 women are spectacular.
And here comes Jamie in the third position. She jumped on Brooke after losing to her in the first 2 races. She's getting some payback on an Apboco board.
Jamie Haynes out of Fairview, Pennsylvania. Wow, what a finish for her. Absolutely incredible. Brooke Young making the turn.
And look at Christian with the checkered flag. pulling hard for Brooke as she comes across the line. What a great sight to see from an expecting mom encouraging a mom of 3. You know,
That's right.
Brooke has had 3 kids in 6 years, and that's why she has great endurance, I think.
We'll have to tell you how to cure that.
Yeah. I think she might have endurance from carrying me on her back every day because I am blessed to be her husband, just so you guys know.
I hope everyone is getting great photos of Christian here.
Yeah, Christian.
Congratulations. You deserve it. And thanks to all of our women competitors. Ladies, you did a fantastic job. Most impressive.
Well, guys, I better quit talking and focus on paddling because I need all the help I can get in the final round. Switch back to a more stable board so you guys know. The blackboard I was on in my second moto was a 25-inch wide board, so I'm going to get back on a more stable 28-inch board, especially with the chopping conditions. I'm going to just sacrifice a little speed for stability and try to stay on my feet this one. So, guys, wish me luck and try to cheer me on.
We love that, Evan. And, you know, frankly, if you drink any more of Lake Erie, I think the government's going to come and have to charge you for that. Yeah. All right.
Will there be stronger muscles in my throat? Are there any muscles in here?
That's a door I'm not walking through. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hello, Jordan.
How are you?
I'm fresh as a
This is
daisy. How
awesome.
about you?
This is great racing out here today. So much fun to watch.
So water's getting a little rough here. Yeah, when we see that 900-pound jet ski flying out of the water, we know the waves are rough for our Pro-Am class coming up.
Yeah, on stop number 1 in Sparks, Nevada, we just were on like a big pond out there, so the water was nice and smooth, but we had tons of buoys, so we had lots of turns. So this course has a lot less buoys, but the chop is gnarly out there. If you watch, you can see the boards completely disappear underneath those waves.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We've been telling everybody, but it begs to be said again. The performance of all these athletes out here is absolutely spectacular. And I'll tell you what, This is looking like my new sport, I'll tell you what. It's so funny. I've been trolling Craigslist looking for paddle boards.
All right.
Shh, don't tell anybody. All right, letting the wave action slow down just a little bit. We're going to get our Pro-Am class up there. Kevin Cullen, Mark Herman, Evan Young. Our final moto of the day.
It's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. The sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's the sun that keeps shining. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
All right, I see Kevin Cullen and Mark Herman getting ready over there. Get their board stuff together, hit the water. All right, our competitors getting ready to hit the water. Mark Herman throwing down that green board. Now, Mark has been the acceleration king off of the start line in the two prior motos. Kevin Cullen right behind him, and then Evan Young in that third spot. And I'll tell you what, right now, Mark Herman, if there was ever a time he needed to get a lead, it's now. Kevin Cullen had finished in front of him. In both of the two prior motos. So Mark's got to hope that Evan is able to wedge himself between Mark and Kevin. And Mark, you're just laughing. You should not laugh at Evan that way. Evan, so the pressure's on you. Kevin Cullen's got a huge smile. He's like, yeah, good luck. All right. Hey, these guys all paddle really well. This is, after all, the Pro-Am class. All right, folks, we're ready to start. How many Evan Young fans do we have out there? How many Mark Herman fans do we have out there? How many Kevin Cullen fans do we have out there? Sounds like it's all the same fans. We love everybody too. Oh, I've got a note here. Oh, a quick shout out here. Kevin, Ocean says win this one. Just throwing it down.
Okay, paddlers on the line. No forward momentum.
And they don't know what a red flag is.
Oh. Boy, I'll tell you what, the pickup of all three of these. Look at Evan Young throwing that boat. He has got position. If he can just keep that pace up for the entire race, he'll win. Why are we all laughing? Yeah, Evan Young sandbagging it as he switched boards. Look at this. Mark Herman going to come from the outside, try and cut off Cullen and Young, and he makes that move. Look at Evan Young cutting tight. Whoa, paddles on boards, boards on paddles. Mark Herman accelerating, and Kevin Cullen right behind him. Pushing hard. Mark Herman going to make that turn first. Evan Young trying to put himself between Kevin Cullen and Mark Herman. Now these guys are all friends. Well, they were at the start of this race. We'll see what happens. Mark Herman, look at him dig down. Now, he doesn't have the cadence that he had earlier on today. He's going long and deep. Endurance is taking effect right now, already at the start of this race. Look at the speed. Mark Herman just throwing down. Kevin Cullen made the pass on Evan Young. Evan Young going to have to dig deep if he's going to be a spoiler here for the overall. Mark Herman making that pivot turn, swinging it around, cutting tight. Oh, he's having to backpedal just a little with the waves coming in. And don't want to tell our paddlers this, but the scallywag, she be coming in with all of her waist on there. That's going to rough up the water as these paddlers get over here for the final few buoys. Mark Herman, he has pulled out the largest lead he's had all day over Kevin Cullen. Right now, if Cullen's going to have an opportunity, he's got to stay close. Although Cullen seems to have had the reserve at the end of the race, he has been catching Mark over here near the buoys. So Mark Harmon just has to have that strength, that will to keep up the pace for just another half a lap. And he can finally finish in front of Kevin Cullen. Look at this. Evan Young starting to pull up on Kevin Cullen. Wow, Cullen. Yeah, look at that. Mark Herman went down. He's got to flip that board, get back on top. He can't even flip the board quite yet. I think Kevin's going to go over and give him a hand. There you go. A little slap of the paddle as he goes by. Go, Kevin, I hear. Go, Evan. Go, Mark. Now, if Evan Young were to finish in front of Kevin Cullen, that would move Mark Herman back to that third spot overall. And the scallywag, oh, she's a-coming. Arr, mateys. Kevin Cullen made the turn. Oh, he's paddling strong now. He knows he's halfway there. Evan Young doing his best. Look out, Mark Harmon's coming. And he looks like he's got an outboard on that board. Look at Harmon. Taste Lake Erie yet again. Any fans of the scallywag out there? All of you on the scallywag, are you seeing our paddlers out here? All right. Kevin Cullen with the green. He's going for the overall win for today if he can just stay upright. Scallywaggers, give him some applause. Scallywaggers, put down the beer and give him some applause. There we go. Our mateys. Kevin Cullen looks over, sees Evan Young there. Mark Harmon way back now. Evan Young doing everything he can to catch up. All right, let's bring them on home, folks. Kevin Cullen and Evan Young. Evan Young making that turn. He's got the opportunity to stay on that board, Evan. Kevin Cullen making the turn. Folks on the wall, let's bring him home. How about some applause? The third moto, another win for Kevin Cullen. And I'll tell you what a spectacular win and what a strong finish. Kevin Cullen, well done, sir. Oh, look at this. Mark Harmon sneaking up on Evan Young. That Mark Harmon coming at Mach 7. Look out, Evan. He's going to knock you up with that thing like a, well, we won't say. Mark setting up, going to make the turn. He does. Evan doing the sweep. Oh, Evan Young going to upset the standings here. Evan digging deep, staying on top, digging deep. Here comes Mark. Mark Harmon with a huge smile on his face. Evan Young in the second position. Mark in third. Gentlemen, Mark tosses the paddle, says, that's it for the day. Can we have a big round of applause, not just for our three paddlers, but for all of our paddlers. Erie, Pennsylvania, we thank you. We enjoy coming in here. We love this place. What a great venue you've got, a beautiful state. We're going to have what we call the paddle de tour, a tour to paddle. After this, all of our, we'll let our pro men take a 2-minute rest before they go out there and do that. 30-second rest. And then we will have our award ceremony in about 20 minutes right down here in front of the Tower of Power. So what a great opportunity to hydrate yourselves. Please do put some water in the bodies here. It's a lot hotter than it feels. And we'll see you down at the, the award podium in about 25 minutes. Pardon me, that is the paddle royale is the proper term.
Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. It's the sun that keeps shining. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day.
For generations, Yamaha has dominated the racing circuit across the world. Winning is our passion, speed is our tradition, and racing is built into Yamaha's DNA. In fact, when it comes to the top pros in racing, Yamaha is consistently their #1 choice. So, are you ready to race like a pro? With the 2018 Performance Race Series of Wave Runners, Yamaha continues their long-standing tradition of crafting top-of-the-line wave runners capable of blowing everyone else out of the water. Yamaha has become the only choice for serious racers and aspiring speedsters. For next-level thrills on the closed course, the Superjet offers an incredibly nimble mix of speed and control with a lightweight frame and responsive handling. This best-selling stand-up watercraft has beat out the competition time and time again. Your weekend goes by fast when you're on a VXR. This Speed Demon offers sleek style with a seat specifically designed for racing. An ultralight Nano XL Pollen deck, the revolutionary ride handlebar system, and the speed of the 1.8-liter high-output Yamaha Marine engine. The GP 1800 is race ready, right out of the box and a proven winner on and off the course. It's our most powerful wave runner with the supercharged Super Vortex high-output Yamaha Marine engine, including a 160mm high-pressure 8-vane pump, and the ultra-lightweight Nano XL2 hull and deck provide an optimal power-to-weight ratio. With a newly redesigned seat for maximum comfort and the state-of-the-art ride system, you'll feel practically glued to the water. No one else even comes close to challenging it. If you're ready to be part of an elite club of race-winning pros, it's time for you to join the Yamaha racing tradition. With the closed course conquering Superjet, VXR, and the GP 1800, you'll enjoy endless victories on the water.
It's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. The sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand new. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's the sun that keeps shining. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. Look up at the sun, 'cause it's shining for you. It's a beautiful.
What a fantastic weekend we've had here in Erie, Pennsylvania. This was round 2 of the 2018 National Tour, presented by Broward Motorsports and brought to you by Pro Watercross. We had a great time here today. For all of you watching on the web, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. We are going to be headed back east 2 weeks. We'll have the jet ski racing, and we'll have our national SUP-CROSS championships, our HYDROFLIGHT national championships in Washington, D.C. Later in the year. Hope you enjoyed what you're seeing. I'm Kurt Nolenberg, and for Richard Ignacio of live streaming 247.com, we wish you a fantastic day. Folks, we are out of here. That's the man, sanctioned by Pro Watercross, she says. Thank you so much.
Look up at the sun. it's shining for you. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. See a million colors and you'll feel brand